Hello and welcome to Shri Academy online teaching classes. Today I am going to start lesson 3, The Aunt and Amabel. But before starting the lesson and telling about the story, we should know the word meaning of hard words. So today first we will start the word meaning. So the you can see that here is words and some Hindi and English meaning. So the first word is greenhouse, GRWN, green HOUSE house. That means सुकुमार पौधों को उगाने के लिए कांच का गृह. That means a glass building in which plants are grown that need protection from the cold weather. The next word is embroidered. That means kashidakari. That means to decorate by sewing pattern on it. Now the next word is perhaps, PERHAPS. Perhaps means shayad. That means used to express uncertainty. Now the next word is extraordinary. EXTRAORDINARY. Extraordinary means asadharan. That means a very unusual or remarkable. The next word is wardrobe. WARDROB. Wardrobe means almari. That means a tall cabinet in which clothes may be hung. Now next word is amazingly. AMAZINGLY. Amazingly means आश्चर्यजनक. That means something different. Now the next word is crystal. CRYSTAL. Crystal means बढ़िया कांच. That means transparent glass. Now the next word is orderly. ODDLY. Orderly means विचित्र रूप से. That means more than usually. Next word is porter. PORTER. Porter means coolie. Means a person employed to carry luggage. Now next word is hurried. HURRIED. Hurried means jaldi में हुआ. That means done in rushed. Now the next word is grinning. GRINNING. Grinning means मुस्कुराना. That means smile broadly. Now the next word is mayor. MAYOR. Mayor means Mahapaur. That means the elected head of a city. Next word is bowed. BOWED. Bowed means झुकना. That means bend the head. Now the next word is instantly. INSTANTLY. Instantly means turant. That means at once. Now the next word is elegant. ELEGANT. Elegant means sundar. That means stylish in appearance. The next word is hasty. HASTY. Hasty means jaldbazi. That means urgency. The next word is annoyed. ANNOYED. Annoyed means naraz. That means slightly angry. Now next word is ivory. IVORY. Ivory means hathi daat. That means a creamy white color. Now let's start the summary. That means the explanation of the lesson. Amabel. It is a story of a little girl who is visiting her aunt. To make her aunt happy, Amabel plucks flowers from the greenhouse and sticks them into the ground in the front of her aunt's window. When her aunt sees this, she is upset and stops talking to Amabel. In this extract, the Amabel is alone in her aunt's bedroom. She is looking for something to read and find a magical book. Now let's read the story. What happened next? Amabel looked around the room for something to read. There was nothing, only on the large dressing table and a book covered in red velvet, and on it embroidered in yellow silk were the letter ABC. Perhaps it's a picture alphabet, said Amabel. She was too old for the alphabet, but she opened the book. Oh, why, it's not only a timetable, she said. She had learned how to use the dictionary, and this looked like a dictionary. She looked up the names of the places she knew. Brighton, where she had once spent a month. Rugby, where her brother was at school, and home, which was Amberley, and she saw the times when the train left for these places and wished she could go by those trains. The Amabel wanted to look for Whitby, and it was then that. It means that when the Amabel aunt stopped talking with her, she found alone in the bedroom, and she was searching for something to read. Then only she find a yellow book, embroidered book in the letter written ABC, and it was looking like she thought it is a picture alphabet, and she opened the book, but it was look like a timetable, and some name was written, the city's names like Breton, where went and spent the times in his vacation, and rugby where his brother's school and home was there, and she saw the timetable when the train passes, and so she also wished that she also wanted to go in that train. The next page is she saw the extraordinary name where you want to go. This was odd, but the name of the station from which the train started was still more extraordinary. It was a big wardrobe in spare room, and below this name the Amabel read in small letter, train leave big wardrobe in spare room all the time, and under that in still smaller letter, you had better go now. Amabel went straight to the big wardrobe and turned into the glass handle. It was most amazingly a crystal wave, very oddly shaped like a railway station. It seemed to be lighted by the star, and over the station clock was full moon. It means that Amabel read a very extraordinary name that where you want to go. The Amabel feel very odd, and to read that the station train start from a big wardrobe in spare room. It was also very shock and interesting for the Amabel, and right now it was written that how who you better to go now. Then the Amabel see that a big wardrobe turn into a glass handle, and there was a crystal wave, and there was a railway station. It was lightly lighted by the stars, and the station clock was like a full moon. The clock had no figure, only now in shining letter all around it 12 times. A porter in white satin hurried forward to make Amabel luggage. Her luggage was the ABC which she still held in her hand. Lots of time, miss, she said, grinning in a most friendly way. I am glad you are going. You will enjoy yourself. What a nice little girl you are. This was cheering. Amabel smiled. The train was made entirely of crystal too, and the cushions were of white satin. Where there were the little buttons such as you have for electric bulbs, and on them written what you want to eat, what you want to drink, and what you want to read in silver letters. It means that when the big wardrobe changed into a railway station where there is lots of stars, and there was a clock which has no figure, only the signing letters were written 12 times. A Potter came to the Amabel's with the luggage, and the Amabel luggage was only that book in which ABC was written, and he said very politely that Amabel, you enjoy your trip. You are a little girl, and you are a very sweet girl. The Amabel felt very happy to listen there, and he went into the train which was made up of crystal. The cushion of the train were white satin, made up of white satin, and there were the buttons which we find in the electric bulbs, and in the buttons it was written that what do you want to eat, what do you want to drink, and what do you want to read in the silver letter. Now the next page is Amabel pressed all the button at once, and instantly she saw an cushion of her side, a silver tray with vanilla ice, boiled chicken, and white sauce, almond peppermint cream, and the mashed potato, and the tall glass of lemonade. Beside the tray was a book, and just as Amabel finished the last spoonful of ice and reached the last full stop of a book, the train stopped, and the hundred of railways official in white velvet shouted, "Where you want to go? Let of her." A smiling Potter opened the door. Now he said, "Come on out, Miss Amabel, unless you want to go to where you do not want to go." She hurried out onto the platform and saw a head of her crowd. "What's all that?" she asked the friendly Potter. "It's a mayor, dear Miss Amabel," she said. The mayor bobbed low to her and said, "Welcome, dear Amabel. We know you mean to please your aunt. It not your fault that you did not know you should ask permission before to touch other people's things." Oh, but," said Amabel, quite confused. "I did, but a band started to play and drowned her words. The instrument of brand were all of silvers, and the bandsman clothes of white leather. It means that when the Amabel touched the button, the many things came in the front of Amabel. A cushion changed into the tray, and there was a vanilla ice cream, boiled chicken, white sauce, almond, peppermint cream, etc. in the front of Amabel. When the animal finished his ice cream and he stopped and he ended the book, there was a train also stopped, and there was a railway station where the many lots of people were standing, and Amabel have to say that where he did not want to go. When the platform came, she saw many of the people standing beside the Amabel asked the Potter that who are these people. Then Potter said that he was the mayor of the mayor, and the mayor bended his head and welcomed the Amabel that and said that he was not wrong. He did not done the any wrong thing. But he want to take the permission to touch the other people's things. The Amabel also felt very guilty, and then only his band started playing the instrument in which the bandman's clothes were of white leather, and they were playing the silver in the next paragraph. There was a flower show and the concert. There was also a grand dinner with thousands of guests in the Amabel's honor. Soon the shout went on, speech, speech. Amabel began, ladies and gentlemen, I do not want to make a speech. I just want to say thank you and to say. She stopped and the happy crowd cheered. To say she went on as the cheers died down, and I should have thought, but I do not want to please Aunt. It's also mixed. Oh, I wish Aunt was here. And instantly the aunt was there, very tall and quite nice looking in a very elegant dress. Speech, cried aloud. Speech from aunt. The aunt stood beside Amabel and said, I think perhaps I was hasty, and I think Amabel mean to please me, but those flowers were meant for the winter. Well, I was annoyed. I am sorry. Oh, aunt, so am I, cried Amabel, and the two began to hug each other on the ivory steps while the crowd cheered. It means that there was a grand function in the honor of Amabel. There was a flower show and the concert and a grand dinner with the thousands of people, and they all were saying to say a speech to the Amabel. The Amabel began the speech and said, ladies and gentlemen, thanks for everything. But then she stopped, and she also by cheering the people, she started and said that I don't want to please I do not want to hurt my aunt. If she will be here, then I will be very pleased. And suddenly, by wishing that his aunt should be here, her aunt came with a very nice looking dress, with elegant dress, and the speech said the aunt to say something. Then she said that I am very rude, I am sorry for the Amabel. She want to please me, but that flower only is for the winter season, so I am very annoyed. I said very rudely to the Amabel, so I am sorry. Amabel also said sorry to the aunt, and they both of them hugged to each other. The next paragraph, and when it grew late and the stars were out, Amabel fell asleep in the aunt's arms beside a fountain on a marble terrace where white peacocks came to drink. She woke on a big bed with her aunt's arms still around her. Amabel, she was saying. Amabel, oh aunt, said Amabel sleepily, I am sorry, but I did not mean to please you. I am sure you mean to please me. Now come down to supper, said her aunt, and smiled. Amabel looked around for the magical book, but it was now where. It means that when the Amabel hugged the aunt and say sorry, the time was also so late that stars. It was at night. The stars came out, and Amabel was feeling very sleepy. So near the fountain, where a marble terrace where the white peacock came to drink the water, and there was a big bed, and he slept on the aunt arm. And when she was feeling sleepy, then also she was saying that I am sorry, I don't want to please you. But aunt said said that it's okay, you want to please me, but it was okay. Now then the aunt wake him that come on and wake up. So then Amabel looked that there was no magic book around her. Okay, student, thank you for today's class. Now, this is your homework. You have to write down all the word meaning and you have to learn it also.